Welcome back, guys, to the football tea. It's your boy Football Matter, and I'm here with We Talk Football. Yeah, it's another new week, Matchday 6, and today, even though we are not treated with a so much big fixture in the top six are not meeting each other, but again, these are fixtures that like Liverpool, Arsenal, and then Chelsea, they are meeting the guys that know how to sometimes get results out of them. First of all, on Saturday, we are going to see Manchester United go away to Brentford. It's been an interesting encounter than the years under Thomas Frank. But then he's a new manager, and then under Ruben Amorim, we don't know the dynamics of how the game is going to go. So we talk football. What do you think about this game?
This is a good opportunity for Manchester United. Because if you look into it, Brighton yesterday always cost them, but Thomas Frank is Thomas Frank and he's one of a kind. And Brentford is not really impressed me this season so far. So I think it's a good opportunity for Ruben Amorim and Manchester United to get the positive results. Just get the win. Like, you don't have to complicate it. Get the 3 points. It will just be very, very good for Manchester United. What about you?
In the last 5 games, it's been a very close fixture: 1-0, 2-1, 1-1, 2-1, 4-3. Especially the last one ending in favor of Brentford winning it. So I feel like it's going to also be a close tie. And if Manchester United convert their chances, because in the Premier League, they are one of the top chance creators, whether it's big chance, whether it's chance creation, shots taking, shots on target, XG. So they are doing well in terms of creating, but they are not converting enough. And this has been the story since last season, which led Ruben Amorim to go all the way to bring out 200 million to spend on 3 different attackers, and it's not paid through. Maybe we'll see Kunhamo today in the match. Domo has been settling nicely, and then Sesko as well. We will see if he's going to open his goal scoring against Brentford. But all in all, it's going to be a very good encounter and a very good battle. But again, after Manchester United, we are going to see a lot of 3 o'clock matches. You're going to see Brighton versus Chelsea and Man City versus Burnley, as well as other fixtures like Crystal Palace versus Liverpool, Leeds, Bournemouth. But let's start with Chelsea versus Brighton at Stamford Bridge.
Chelsea was hurt in that last weekend. It was just like no one. I mean, it is, it's okay to draw or to lose or whatever, but the scenario in which they lost the game, it was really painful. Even though I'm not even a Chelsea fan, but I was like, oh my God, I did not see this coming in this fashion. So next week or this weekend against Brighton, they definitely have to redeem themselves. What bothers me was this Chelsea side, that they have the pieces, but sometimes Enzo Maresca, he like doesn't necessarily use the right pieces in the right time at the right places, and that cost them. But if they will not get the positive results against Brighton, that's just going to be game over. I think it's a good opportunity for the manager to use the second goalkeeper, because he's also a very good goalkeeper. I want to see, more flair, more spark from the players. I know for great extent, of course, Cole Palmer is not going to play and definitely going to affect them. However, Estevao is ready, and I think he's going to be very good. Just trust on the boy. The boy has a lot of potential. Yes, he's not yet the superstar, but he's definitely going to give you that moment of brilliance. Then Neto, of course, he also would like to redeem himself after getting subbed in that game. And yeah, I think overall Chelsea should not have a lot of problem. I respect Brighton very much, and I feel Jan Kubamente is in a very good form, so they're going to be very beneficial for Brighton. But at the end of the day, I think Chelsea is Chelsea. What about you?
Well, for me, it's another game of trial for the Brighton players, because we've seen a lot of signings from Brighton to Chelsea, currently. So we've seen the Sanchez, we've seen the Cucurella, we've seen the Caicedo, more recently João Pedro, and then Julian Siko is on loan to Strasbourg. So a lot of them will be looking to show the Chelsea owners that they are good enough and, for the business to continue. Well, this game has take a little change of leaf in the last few games, because Chelsea in the last 4 or 5 matches, before Chelsea in the last 7 encounter with them, the 5 previous matches they have won it, but in the last 2 games, Brighton have won the 2 of them. The last one ending 3-0. So Brighton maybe they have known how to play Chelsea more, or maybe under Fabian Hosler, he just knows how to grind result out of Chelsea. But who this season, especially under Enzo Maresca if he's going to change the form, because in their last three matches, in their last four matches, they have only won one, which was against a third division side. They lost in the Champions League. They lost against Manchester United in their bad form. And again, they dropped the points against Brentford. So it's high time they rekindle their form back and then start picking up those points for the top four or maybe title contender, depending on what the ambition this season is. So it's going to be a dicey one, and it's going to be a very interesting encounter. Brighton are in good form. We saw Diego Gomez score 4 goals last in the Carling Cup. And maybe you might be looking to add some more tally against Chelsea to continue to prove a point, because he's yet to get into the starting lineup after making the summer move from MLS to the Premier League. So after that, you also have Crystal Palace versus Liverpool. What do you think about Crystal Palace versus Liverpool?
Crystal Palace is Liverpool. This is like a very, it seemed like a love from one side or whatever, from the Premier League side, because these guys are going to play this weekend and they going to play on the 27th as well in the Carabao Cup, and they already played, and we all know it's like Crystal Palace, you definitely don't want to play against them. You might as well, like, you could win them, right? Like, if also you look into the papers, you're going to see Liverpool is having a fantastic squad and all these kind of things. But then you have Crystal Palace that they know how to exhaust you. They know how to defend pretty well. And then they have Mateta, who just going to score goals from like very small chances and all of these kind of things. I respect Crystal Palace really, really, really. And I think they're a very nice side. But if we're being honest, with the way Liverpool have been winning their games, I think Liverpool will still win the game, or at least get a draw from Crystal Palace. But it's not going to be it's not going to be an easy game. It's not going to be a walk on the park for Liverpool. But in these kind of games, I still did not make any video about Florian Wirtz, because he's just adapting. Can I give him the benefit of the doubt? But in this game, I want to see Florian Wirtz fingerprint in this game. What about you?
I agree with you. It's not going to be an easy game. In the last 7 encounters, 4 draws and 3 wins, 2 going in favor of Liverpool and 1 for Crystal Palace. The funny thing is that the wins that both sides have had have come from away. Those guys at home are not seeing wins. Their best result at home has always been a draw. And we also seen this side. Crystal Palace recently, they have gone 17 games in all competitions unbeaten against under their manager, who is very, very, very impressive, Oliver Glasner. I love him so much. And in the Premier League, they matched a long-time record of 10 Premier League games unbeaten. This is them playing the top side, Tottenham, going away, playing Arsenal, playing Chelsea, playing Man City, and playing Liverpool. So I don't think, having met Liverpool again this season in the Community Shield, they wouldn't be shy of playing them again. Most especially now that Liverpool, yes, they are winning, are still unbeaten, or they are the only team to have the 100% record, but they look beatable. You understand? They're not clicking yet. So Oliver Glasner will fancy his chance, and we might have a surprise win, just like we saw Nottingham Forest last season. Who watch so much? I would love to watch this match. It's going to be one of the match I'm going to be seeing that day, because it's going to be very, very interesting.
Absolutely.
And then also you have Man City versus Burnley at Etihad Stadium. What are your thoughts in this match?
I mean, I'm just like, I know it's going to be very, very boring. I know people are like annoyed as me because I genuinely do not like Burnley and I don't like to watch their games. And Manchester City is in a pretty bad shape, but it's a very good feature for Manchester City. Again, it's not going to be an easy fixture, because if we're being honest, Manchester City would not have easy feature until they regain their form, right? They're pretty rusty. I saw that Erling Haaland is fit. He completed the training with them today, so he's going to be available. And if you have someone like Erling Haaland, almost 50% of your problems are already solved with just one pass. He's capable of converting. The problem for Manchester City is like, can they actually, be composed defensively? Can they defend well? What they show us last weekend when they parked that bus. Apparently, they just should use the same methods. And if we're being honest, at this point, what mattered the most for Pep Guardiola and Manchester City is to get the 3 points. Like, forget about like, I want to have 70% possession. Forget about all of this kind of like monologue. You just need to get the 3 points. And I still believe they're actually capable of getting the 3 points. What about you?
There is no better 100% fixture that you guarantee a win in this weekend than this match for Man City. In the last 10 games, Man City have won them mercilessly, and in the last 15 games, Man City has beaten them 5-0 4 different times, 6-0, 4 like it's been, and in the last 10 games, they have only scored 2 times against Man City. So they win them with clean sheet convincingly. Most especially when they're coming to Etihad, it's even worse there. So it's a game that is has one assurance: Man City is going to win them. It's just a matter of
Yeah.
how many margin. You understand? I don't know whether they're afraid of Man City or they're just. It's just about which style do they want. How do they want to bend themselves for Man City? For Man City is going to disgrace them, and if Haaland is there, this is the kind of match he gets a hat trick or brace or even
Yeah.
score 4 goals in the first half. So it's a very easy picture for them. Then the last but not the least, we have on Sunday Newcastle versus Arsenal. What are your thoughts on Newcastle versus Arsenal?
It's always a tricky game. I'm not gonna lie. Like it's a very very tricky game. You know, St James Park. It's just a hell of a place. Like you literally don't want to play in that place. Newcastle is not the same Newcastle from last season. I think we are all agreeing that. And Arsenal, after getting that draw from Manchester City in the Emirates, I think surprisingly, I think the squad is actually pretty much united and they wanted to redeem themselves. They kind of feel they were the better side, which is a big, obviously victory for Mikel Arteta. He kept talking about it for like, I don't know, a couple of days, like how great he was, how, you know, they controlled Manchester City, how everyone was calling him to congratulate him, but also to ask him like how he did it and all of this yada, yada, yada. So I think it's time for our Mikel Arteta to get the 3 points because you are already 5 points away or behind Liverpool, and Liverpool is playing against Crystal Palace. So you should get the 3 points and pray that at least Liverpool drop 3 points or 2 points in this game to close the gap, because had this gap become bigger, it is a massive problem. I think it's going to be very, very bad on the morale of Arsenal. In the other hand, for Newcastle, I believe they are in serious trouble as well. Like, you know, everyone, of course, saw all the saga, you know, and then at the end of the day, they got very, very decent attackers in Yan Wisa and, of course, Valtemada, but things are not really working. These people just cannot score goals. You know, they have a lot of energy. They have a lot of players who can win the ball back. They have a lot of players who are excellent when it comes to pressing, but you need to take the risk. You need to get the 3 points. And I think these are the, you know, the same manager and almost the same squad playing for such long time under the manager. So I don't understand why can't you make things work. So this is the right time for us, for both teams actually. But I do still believe that Arsenal is capable of winning this game, because if we are being honest, Arsenal have like the best squad really on paper. It's like this is just should be a 3 point for Arsenal. But do you think it's going to be a trouble playing at St James Park, especially after getting a draw from Manchester City at your stadium? I mean, talking about Arsenal.
Definitely, it's going to be a very big trouble getting a result from St. James Park. Arsenal in their last 3 outings there have not seen a win. And in the last 5 meetings between the two sides, Newcastle has won 3, while Arsenal has won 2. So it's definitely going to be even more difficult that Newcastle are desperate for a point. And in their last few matches, they have been missing a lot of chances. And this kind of matches, they might just decide to be clinical on their day. And on their day, Newcastle is a team that can beat anybody in the Premier League because they have the energy and they have the control and game management in their team. They have very good experience. They have the experience and they have the youthful exuberance of the guys there. So it's going to be tricky, more so that Madueke is injured. Saka is not yet fit. I watched him in the
Carabao
against
Cup.
Sportsville in the Carabao Cup. He's not looking to take people on. He's looking to pass back. He's looking to recycle play just to catch that fitness. And again, he was also tramped upon that. He had an injury scare as well. So it's going to be a problem who is going to start on that right hand side, because if Saka starts at St. James Park, I don't think he's going to last for 90 minutes.
Hmm.
So it's going to be tricky. Maybe he's going to come in the second half or he's going to start and then come off. I don't know how he's going to sort that out, but I think it's a match that you can trust any of Nwaneri or Doma. Just put the young boy there. He has the energy. Let them run and find a way to do something. Eze has to start in this kind of matches. Martinelli as well, or maybe Trossard. It just depends on what you want. Maybe he starts Martinelli, burn down the energy in the second half when the energy levels are lower. You bring down Trossard, who can make use of spaces and then can score. He's proving that he's a better player coming off from the bench. He's done that twice or 3 times now, coming off from the bench and then scoring. So, but defensively in the midfield, Arsenal has no problem. about who is he going to select in the attack and maybe who is going to play in the number 10 position. That is yet
Yeah,
to be answered and we'll see on that day. But all in all, it's going to be a very big hard match for Arsenal to play, to be
yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Especially
I really hope that. I really hope. Sorry, continue,
it's
continue.
not good to play against this kind of side that is good but are not getting results because any day, anytime, it reminds you just like Atletico Madrid, Villarreal were in the best form of their life and they met him and all of a sudden Atletico got their first win. So it can be tricky like that.
Yeah, yeah, you're absolutely right. I really just hope, like, Mika Arteta goes all out. I genuinely do not want to see a midfield of Mourinho, what is his name? Zubimendi and Declan Rice. I'm just going to flip, to be honest. If this happen, you need to, I know again, you have to respect Newcastle midfield. This is the strongest part of Newcastle is their midfield. These guys are beasts. They definitely can win, like, they can wear you out. So you definitely need to put some spark in there as well. And I think it's about time to trust someone like Nuaneri to actually start in that position. The guy knows how to control ball, how to hold ball, how to distribute it, shoot. He have very good quality. And if you cannot start him in this time, I don't know will you start him. So I think Mikata they definitely have to be brave because this is I'm doubling down on this, right? Like Mikata is not a brave manager, so let's see what will happen.
Yeah, we'll see what happened by the weekend. So, guys, if you watched up to this moment and you're yet to subscribe, please do well to subscribe and give us a like and share your thoughts on the comment section, and we will attend to them. Thank you, and until the next time, peace and love.
The football team.